Hello guys, my name is Amit Sen and I welcome you to this daily PIB analysis video. These videos they come in the evening, both Hindi and English, and in the morning the Hindu editorial videos they come. And today is 12th of February and the PDF you will get on the Telegram channel of StudyIQ and on the Facebook group of mine. And regarding the pen drive courses of StudyIQ, you can ask every day. I talk about that. And MCQs that I gave to you yesterday, Sagarmala project is so for countering China's presence. This is wrong. Officially we cannot say it is regarding China's presence and we want to counter that. It is mainly the port led development, and we have a coastline of more than 7600 kilometers, and there a lot of cities we are going to develop there, and even smart industrial portal cities we are also developing. So this Sagarmala project is very important there. So this option is wrong, and 2025 actually is the deadline for all the project completions. Now D none would be the correct answer here. And next, Defense Innovation Organization set up under IDEX. It is innovation under defense excellence. Okay, and this IDEX is a program of government of India, and they are setting these defense innovation hubs, and two important cities which are selected for this. These are Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu and Nashik in Maharashtra. Now we would start with the data. Prime Minister's Office data. Swachh Shakti 2019. It is the third annual event which started way back in 2017, which started in Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Okay. And here the women sarpanches, they are felicitated, and it is a component of Swachh Bharat only, where rural women champions are selected, and mainly these are women sarpanches from these villages. So first was in Gujarat, Gandhinagar, second was in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and third one now in Kurukshetra, Haryana. So here Mr. Modi is going to felicitate these women sarpanches. So remember this component, women sarpanches are there, and Swachh Shakti Abhiyan 2019, this is the third edition. Right now, fifth year is going on for the Swachh Bharat mission, and these are the important components like open defecation free and all. These are the major highlights, and now open defecation free plus Abhiyan is going on. So these things are important here. Next, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. It is regarding the Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendra. You see, the issue is of the generic medicines. What are these generic medicines? When these life-saving drugs are there for the disease like HIV, cancer, diabetes, and these tuberculosis and all. So many drugs are developed by these important drug giants from the foreign countries, and they have a very expensive patents for that, and they sell these drugs on a very high price, and that is totally affordable for the poor population of India, but disease does not spare them. So now generic medicines are the solution here. These same drugs, their copies with the same amount of salts, these are made by Indian local manufacturers, and these generic medicines, these are one of the most controversial issues in the international patent market, and many issues are going on in the WTO also. So these generic medicines, these are being sold off here on these Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendras. This scheme was launched in 2015, where because health is a state list subject, so these state governments were directed to allocate some space within their government hospitals, that some land would be given to these Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendras. These particular drug stores would be there. And one BPPI, Bureau of Pharmaceutical PSU of India, this body was giving the financial assistance of 2.5 lakh rupees to establish these drug stores, because the capital investment is required, and that is the ultimate need here. That's why Central Financial Agency was also allocated for that. And you see right now 5001 Pradhan Mantri Bharat Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendras are working in India, and they are working in 651 districts of the country. Okay, and main thing, the bodies which are included under this, the BPPI, that is important, that's a PSU, and apart from that PFHI, Public Health Foundation of India. This body was given the responsibility to check this particular scheme, evaluate the scheme and implementation. It should advise. So PHFI was also a stakeholder here, and apart from that Hindustan Hindustan Antibiotics Limited and some other important government owned organizations are the stakeholders under this particular scheme of Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendra, and the issue is of generic medicines. So these are the drug stores. And anti-cancer, gastrointestinal medicines, cardiovascular disease, anti-infectives, these all are available at a very cheap price for the poor population. And generic medicines, these all are. Okay, and the target was of 1000 PM BJP Kendras every year. They are going to open every year, and it started way back in 17 and it will go till 2019. 2020 for 3 years. So these targets are being achieved. Next, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The data is regarding the National Integrated Logistic Plan. Logistics are a major expenditure. You see, these are around 14% of the GDP, and these are necessary because the whole issue of export import, where international trade is going on. So logistics are the most crucial aspect of it, and the transportation of these goods and all on these containers, cargoes, they give a huge expenditure to the government of India. Now the main aim is to lower this particular expenditure by 4%, and it should come to 10% of the GDP by 2022. Right now it is 14% of the GDP. You see, it's a huge amount. Our health budget is around 1% of the GDP, and it is 14% of the GDP. So you can suppose this thing, how big this is. And you see, India has improved its ranking in the World Bank's Logistical Performance Index. India was at 54th in 2014, and we came to 35th in 2016. So it is a report given by World Bank. We have improved a lot, but a lot is need to done right now. And the Sagarmala initiative programs and other smart industrial port cities development program, these are the major solutions, major boosters in these particular logistics plans. They can help a lot. So it is the workshop on National Integrated Logistics Plans. Okay, next, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare's data regarding the sub-health centers and the public health centers, primary health centers, sorry. They are going to upgrade them in health and wellness centers under the Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana, the most ambitious and flagship scheme of Ministry of Health. And as I told you, sub-centers or sub-health centers are there on the village level, and for 2-3 villages combinedly there are primary health centers, and above it on the block level there is community health center, and above it the district hospital is there. So this is the hierarchy, and under it, in this Jan Arogya Yojana, they are going to upgrade these sub-health centers and these primary health centers into health and wellness centers. And wellness center means the preventive care is much more important here. These labs, diagnostics and all these machines would be available here, and the preventive care where screenings and all these testings facilities will be available, and the screening of 30+ aged population, that would be focused here, because today the treated disease like cancer, diabetes, hypertension, these are catching the population of 30+ age group. Some years back it was 50+ aged population. Now the age group has been shifted to 30+. So this is going to be a very crucial thing here, and this is the rollout plan of it, and they are upgrading these centers into health and wellness centers, and 1.5 lakh health and wellness centers would be created, upgrading these already established primary and sub health centers. Now government is supporting the states in this, because health is the state subject. As I told you, the state list is there in Schedule 7 of the Constitution of India. As we have union list, we have state list and the concurrent list. So under state list the health subject comes, and this comprehensive primary care and the preventive and health promotion at community level, that is of prime importance under this HWCs, okay, health and wellness centers. And community based assessment checklist, CBSE, states are using this particular methodology to screening of 30+ aged population for these age groups. Okay, next data is regarding Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and they are giving the data that 2100 megawatt was targeted under this rooftop solar power system. You see, in 2015 prelims examination this question was asked. As we have set a target of 100 gigawatt we are going to produce from the solar energy. So that is our target till 2022. Total target of renewable energy is 175 gigawatt, and out of this 175, 100 gigawatt would be from the solar energy aspect. And we are the leader of International Solar Alliance, and a lot of issues, schemes we are promoting regarding the solar energy component, because it is the free energy. If one time investment is done and that becomes possible, then it is the free energy that we can produce. So the urban areas, they need immense amount of electricity units, and their demand is very high, but the demand is not that much high in the village areas. Only they need some solar pumps like situation, and some other basic electricity facilities, and this particular infrastructure they need. So these things are going to help immensely if this rooftop solar power system project that is implemented nicely. You see, we have set so big a target, and if these photovoltaic panels, they are installed all over the country on all the households rooftops, so what would be a better situation where all these houses would be sustainable, they would be producing their own energy, and that would be connected with the particular grid system, or maybe some individual production they can do here, especially for the farmers. So that is a very ambitious and a very positive solution. So 2100 megawatt was the target, and 1280 megawatt solar rooftop capacity is installed so far. So we are just 800 megawatts short of it, and we will achieve this target also. Spin portal is there for the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and that is giving this data, and till 31st of January this much has been installed, 1280 megawatt, and this data is from the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Okay, so this is a very important and ambitious scheme, and central financial assistance is given for that. CFA has been allocated. As I told you, one time investment is needed, and after this one time investment, things would be very easy to manage. Metering regulations are being done, because metering would be a very important aspect of it, that how they are going to meter this electricity units which are produced under these solar instruments, and they are allocating ministry-wise expert PSUs for hand-holding and support and implementation of the RTS projects in various ministries and departments. On their buildings also they are going to install all these solar panels, so they would also be sustainable after this installation. And Surya Mitra program, as I told you in the Hindi lesson also, that Surya Mitra program is very ambitious program, where they are giving a trainings to these young people, and they are being trained as a technical force, and that is going to make this dream come true of this installation of solar panels all over the country as they are doing it. So it is going with the full pace, and you see many contracts are being created for that. Geotagging of RTS project is very important. You see, right now what is happening in all these schemes where this infrastructure is created, they are geotagging all these machineries, all these institutes, organizations, and all these projects, so that identification is very easy, and through satellite we can identify them and we can locate their location. That's very important, and whole data is digitized, and that is updated on the government portals. And concessional loans are also given for World Bank and Asian Development Bank to SBI and PNB banks, so that the implementation does not have any kind of problem. Okay, next data is again from the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and it is about the Kusum scheme. As I told you, that farmers are at great advantage, because urban areas they don't have much space, but the village level aspect of it, that's very beneficial, because in villages, in farms, they have enormous amount of land availability, and because of this land availability they have this advantage that they can install these panels on their fields, and enormous amount of sunlight is also available, because most of the India's villages, they are facing drought conditions because of excessive sunlight, so they can use it in producing energy. And you see, if they produce surplus energy, then they can sell it to power discoms and they can earn extra income. That's also very important a thing and very income booster thing. Next, stand alone off grid solar water pumps. These are the most crucial aspect for the farmers. They need all this electricity for pumping the water from the ground. So for these tube wells and all, they need electricity, and for these irrigation purposes, if these pumps are being run by the solar energy that they are producing for themselves, then nothing can be better than that. So this Kusum scheme, Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan, means energy Protection and Progress Super Scheme. This is Kusum Scheme, and it is for the farmers, especially by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Okay, and it is for the promotion of solar energy among farmers. That's important. Now these are the MCQs. Try their answers, and we would come up with more specific details tomorrow. And PDF you will get on my the Telegram channel of StudyIQ, and on my Facebook group, Amit Sani group for IAS preparation. This is the group, and here I upload these PDFs daily. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Sani.